System ready? Go!
I needed that.
What's up, glitches? Welcome to something that I bet you didn't see coming. Welcome to my rambling review of Mighty Number 9. In case you're curious why my model isn't on the screen, I figured, you know what, for these particular videos, these reviews, that I would give it a little bit more of an atmosphere by not having me on the screen, so that you can take in the gameplay that I'm showing better than, you know, when I typically do it.
I've been watching you. You're
So,
a predator as well.
Mighty Number 9
Predator. Professor,
is
strange
a
robot.
quote-unquote spiritual successor to the to Mega Man in general. I was gonna say classic Mega Man, but Mega Man in general,
I lost my comment.
made by Kaiji Inafune,
I am
and
ready.
this game did not live up to any expectations. It did not, like, at all. It is a super controversial, even if it is super controversial, it's not like, I personally wouldn't say it's a flat out 100% bad game, but I definitely would not say that it's a game that Mega Man fans would enjoy playing. So this game was intended to basically be like New Age, not Mega Man. Since at the time of its release, Capcom wasn't really doing anything with Mega Man. Capcom was in hibernation when this game came out. And when this game came out, or when this game was about to come out, it was they showed off like beautiful artwork, amazing music, all the different bosses, and they also showed off what we all thought was going to be like alpha footage, you know, footage of the game before it's ready. But, well, turned out that alpha footage was the game. And, yeah, it's like, the art, if you look back and you see the Mighty Number 9, like, artwork, and, like, the quote-unquote screenshots and the art style that it originally was going with, it looks, well, damn beautiful, honestly. Like, I would love to play that, whatever that was. But instead, we got, I mean, kind of stiff animation, admittedly cool art style, and when the art style can seep through, but stiff animations, mouths don't move, or if they do move, they move once and then are silent. Plot is all over the place, and certain levels are not good, like level design wise.
That's more like it.
But you know what? That's enough going on about the past. Let's talk about the future, or not the future even. Let's just talk about what it is, not what it isn't. Not what it could have been.
That's more like it.
Mega Man, Mighty Number 9 is a 2D action platformer starring this main character, Beck. He has a sister-like assistant lady called call, you know, beck and call. They got a scientist guy that's not Dr. Light with an afro, and another scientist guy that's a little bit more on the round side with short hair. But they're not really, you know, super important. The whole point of this game, gameplay-wise, you run around, you shoot things, but instead of just shooting them over and over and over until they die, because that would take forever, because your bullets are not meant really to kill. Your bullets are more meant to quote-unquote stun, and then you dash into them to kill. And admittedly, the idea, like, on paper could kind of work. You know, you do that, you dash into them, it encourages speed running. Like, it's all about the speed running, moving fast, moving hard, shooting, platform, blah, 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 shoot, dash. You can dash multiple times. Fast movement, yeah. But this idea could have worked, but it definitely needed some sort of refinement. Something in addition to help speed things up, make it less clunky, because a lot of times, especially with the bosses, even bosses, you need to dash into to finish them off, or like after you hurt them a certain amount, you gotta dash into them. And more often than not, if you do that, you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna dash into them, and then you're gonna get hit by touching them, which is, you know, it's bad design. And but, you know, besides that, the music, I would argue this game's soundtrack is still very, very, very good. Maybe too good for this game. Honestly. It's an amazing soundtrack. And also, before you guys notice, this is actually the DLC level. It came with pre-orders of the game, or as a like $1 download after the game, I think, came out, where you go and fight an additional robot named Ray, and then you could play as her, and she's like this big emo, like evil-looking robot, and plays really, really unique. So, you know, if you want another character to play as, I guess, if you like the game and you end up wanting to play as another character that's more focused on like speed running and raw attacking, you'd want to play as her. But this game is basically like a middle step. A middle step between like Mega Man 4, let's go with Mega Man 4, and Mega Man 11, which is a really good Mega Man game. Yeah, Mega Man 4 is a good is good, but it's still, ow, I died. Oh no. It's a good game, but it is a little on the janky side and not necessarily one of the most. It's about as safe a Mega Man game as you can play. You know, it's perfectly fine in my opinion, but it's nothing super duper special like Mega Man 1 for better or worse, or Mega Man 2 or 3, or, you know, Mega Man 8. 9 and 10 did their own thing, and 11 ended up being a major comeback after this game came out and basically sealed this game's fate. It's like a weird middle step between the classic games and like a modern thing, but not quite tweaked enough to be good to a lot of people, especially Mega Man fans. And it comes off as like Mega Man with more jank. Mega Man with way more jank and not as fun. That's more or less how most people perceive this game.
Over.
And I can definitely see where they're coming from. Maybe this is me being, I don't know, forgiving. But I think that this game, despite what, like, it is not what we were promised. It is not what Mega Man fans were promised. We were promised, you know, a great looking next generation of not Mega Man that would fill in that hole, that Mega Man size, the Mega Buster sized hole in our hearts. And what we got, instead of something to fill the Mega Buster sized hole, was like a small rock thrown into that hole, and we were told to pretend that it was a Mega Buster thrown in that fit the hole perfectly. Maybe this analogy is failing. I don't know. I'm not good at analogies. But yeah, it's a perfectly okay, at best, okay Mega Man-like game. Like, it sounds like Mega Man. It looks, for the most part, like Mega Man. It sounds like Mega Man, it looks like Mega Man. It plays in a lot of ways, not every way, by any means,
That's more like it.
like, similar enough to a Mega Man game that you can see right now. Like, if you did not know what Mega Man was, and, like, you saw this, you would probably think it is Mega Man. You know, hey, it's a little blue guy that runs around and shoots lemons, and, hey, he can dash now. Cool, he switches between powers, some of which are pretty cool and some of which are not very good. These powers in particular are really good. The explosion power is pretty broken. You can charge up your attacks. You have the regular attacks. You can charge that one up. You can just mash it to blow up, or you could hold it to charge, blow it more. And you have all these other abilities. Oh, hold on. Whee! You can turn yourself into a bulldozer. Make yourself a missile armory.
Here goes.
You can give yourself some ice powers. Probably the most useful, or one of the most useful. Explosions.
Go.
You can hover
Go.
with this particular one.
Go.
But yeah, it's like, this game is what could have been the reinvigoration, the revival of Mega Man,
That's more like it.
but it just didn't quite hit right. But I do think it still gets at least a little bit of an unfair rep. I would not say that this game is flat out bad. I wouldn't say that, despite me dying right now. But I would say that it's nowhere near what we want from a Mega Man game. But, you know, if you want something that's like a Mega Man game, but not quite Mega Man, and you can buy it for dirt cheap, like, because of this game's reputation, you could probably buy it on sale, both digitally and physically, for probably less than 10 bucks, less than $5 probably, because the reputation just, you know, shot it, killed it twice.
That's more like it.
And, like, yeah, if you want Mega Man, but you don't got the money to, like, buy, you know, one of the bigger name collections that have Mega Man,
That's more like.
if you have like $5 and it's on sale for $5, I mean, you could do worse. Could do worse. It's a pretty decent enough of a game that you could probably find some enjoyment out of it. I'd probably rate the graphics out of 10, probably a 3. It's not the most graphically intense thing, but it has an art style. It has an art style that you can definitely tell that it has an art style. And it's a nice art style. But the graphics themselves do not support that art style well. So probably a 3. If the graphics were better, just a little bit more polygons, mouth moving, a little bit better animations, a little bit more polygons on them, Rachel. Then this game this game probably could have gotten, like, maybe, I don't know, a 7, an 8, if it was just a little bit more polished in the graphics department. But if they had gone with the original art style that they were supposed to go with, this game could have easily been a 9, like, in terms of graphics. In terms of music, I would probably give this game probably a pretty solid 8. It's a solid looking game. It's a solid sounding game. The music is great. Like, even to this day, as a Mega Man fan, I do find a lot of enjoyment in Mega Man Mighty Number 9's soundtrack. Ah, I died. Like, the soundtrack's good. Look it up, please, I beg you. It's like the one thing that pretty much everyone can agree on about this game, besides it being not quite good, is that the soundtrack is great. The plot is borderline non-existent. At most, a 2. There is a story, but it's not much. And anything that seemed interesting kind of got, like, dead-ended and didn't go anywhere, and we're probably not going to get a part 2, so... You know, just incomplete story all around.
You know this man.
Of course.
And weirdly enough, and this is kind of funny, I would argue the best level in the game is this level, this DLC level. That's $1. So hey, you know, if you play the game and you find some interest in it, pay that extra $1. Get the DLC, you get a better level, you get a decent enough boss fight against Miss Rachel here. And then you could play as Rachel for, like, the entire game in, like, a super cool, or not super cool, I would say, like, a cool enough, like, speedrun mode, because her health is constantly decreasing. Like, her health, when you play as her health is constantly decreasing, which forces you to just go fast. You gotta go fast. Oh, she's kicking my butt. But yeah, like, this level basically shows, like, the best that this game could be. Because, like, this is stylish, the music's good, it's atmospheric, it has a tiny bit of story thrown in, the boss fight is fine. Ah, I died again. Well, I'll give it one more shot before I end this video. But, yeah, I would say the music, 8, graphics, 3, story, 2. Overall fun factor, out of 10, I'd probably give it a 4. It's fun, but it's like, even the weakest Mega Man games, except for maybe X7, maybe, have like a 5 in the fun factor. So, you know, it is less fun than any Mega Man game, but as a game by itself, separate from everything, it's a fine enough Mega Man-like experience. I'd rate the whole game probably out of 10.
I will have my answers.
Probably a 4. Probably a 4.
Come here.
4.5 at most. You can see the glimmers of possibility. You can see the potential that it could have been. That it could be if it ever got a sequel, but that's never happening. Okay, I'm just really bad at this. I can't focus and talk. I can't focus deeply and talk, and this boss is requiring me to focus.
Give up. Give up already.
So yeah, I'd probably give the game a 4, 4.5 at most. If you find it for less than $5, hey, you could do worse. You could do worse. You could do way worse. For like Mega Man likes or games that are like trying to be fun. So yeah, that's probably it. Now I'll just leave you guys with the game.
Come on.
Take care, Glitches. I'll see you around for the rest of Mega Man, where we'll play better Mega Man games. I promise. See you around, Glitches.
You live without devouring your prey. How? I'm falling apart. So cold. I must feed.
Mission clear.
Respond. Beck, please respond.
Beck. Beck, are you all right? What on earth is going on over there? Professor? Everything's okay. I'm fine. I battled against an unidentified robot. A female wearing a red cloak. A red cloak?
Our database has no robots on file matching that description.
The enemy's gone for now. I'll return to base. Good work out there, Beck. Let's go over the details once you're back home.